Hi guys, do your paints look like this? Well, mine do, and they're in a box on the floor, and it's not ideal. And as you can see, I've got my hobby shelf behind me, and it's already full of stuff. I've got my Pokemon stuff, I've got my Warhammer stuff over there, some other bits. And as you know, with this hobby, you need 1,000,001 things, so you need some storage space. So if you've not got a massive hobby space like I do, it's just a small space, there's not a great deal of storage options. So I've either got my shelf, or I put it under my desk. So I needed something which is compact and gives me easy access to the paints. So I've bought this item, which I'm going to show you. We're going to unbox it, we're going to try and mount it, and I'll give you my thoughts. So let's get into it. I'll show you what we got. So we got this item from Etsy, and it's in a honeycomb sort of shape. And as you can see, there's these flat parts on the back. So what you do is you put a mounting stick strip. I'll show you. Put a mounting strip of tape on the back, so it's dead easy to put on the wall. Put one there, and then on this side you can put in your Citadel paints. Fits any of the paints, which is cool. And then if you hold it sideways, see, that's what it'd be. It's not falling out. It is a little bit wobbly, they don't sort of stick in, but they are sort of the perfect size for them ones. If you do have any war paints, they're not going to fit, obviously. Or any Vallejo ones, they're not going to fit unless you put them in a Citadel bottle, which you can do, it's just a lot of effort. But I bought 4 of them, so I think each one has 20, so I've got 80 paints I can stick on the wall. I just need to decide where. So I'll get 4 of them up. If you don't know how to use command strips, I'm going to quickly show you now. So you just rip them apart. So what you do is you put this bit pointing to the floor, you take off the sticky strip on the back, and then you just stick it sort of central, but make sure you stay in the bit that's covered so you don't see it on the other side, although there will be paints there anyway, so you won't really see it that much, just if you're a bit of a perfectionist like me. Want it to be as central as possible, and line it up with the other one. It's about right, I think. About there. So just press it on hard, make sure they're stuck on tight. Voila, there you go. That's one side done, and then you just do the wall. So we've got one up on the wall now. I just need to put the rest of them on. Hopefully, it should line up perfectly. Why does it look wonky on that camera? I hope it's not. In real life, it does. Maybe it is tiny wonky. Actually, it is a tiny bit wonky. I will sort that out. I've got 2 up. I realised I could have done it like that as well. It's been a bit of a time jump because the command strips I got with it, for some reason, there's barely any stickiness. They'll just stick to the wall and hold that, but then they just keep falling off, which is not great. So I had a quick Google around, and I think it's because they're either really old and they've just lost the stickiness over time, or I took them off the wall. I took it off the wall a few too many times to adjust it, and it just completely lost all the stickiness. So it's probably my bad, but to resolve it, what I've had to do is grab some Gorilla Glue. It's probably not ideal, but I put just 1 or 2 drops on each command strip just to help it stick, because there's literally nothing, and it seems to be holding. I'm just watching it in case it slides, or I think it's about straight. I'm never going to get it perfect, but I think it's about straight. So I need to let it dry. I think it says for an hour, and then we'll test it, put some paints on it, and see if it holds. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, I'll probably have to buy some more command strips and take this all off and start again. So let's hope that doesn't happen. So it's been about an hour and a half since I put a few drops of Gorilla Glue on the strips just to help them stick to the wall. Don't know if it's the best idea, but I really wanted them up, so I did it. So it seems to have worked. It seems pretty stable now. Seems very solid. And beforehand they just kept slipping off. So I don't know if it was because the strips, I'd taken them off too many times and repositioned to try and get it straight, or if they were just old because there was literally no stick to them. Yeah, frustrating. I didn't really want to buy more. Being tight, I bought enough stuff. So a few drops of the Gorilla Glue. It might be a bit difficult to pull the strips off afterwards. It'll be fine. If I do repaint the wall, it's going to be hard work anyway. Just a little bit on top of it, innit? So we're ready to get going. It's on the wall. It's nice and firm. I'm going to start grabbing paints from my box of paints and putting them on the wall, and we'll see how steady it is and if it holds the paints, how well it holds the paints, and what it looks like for you guys. As you can see, we've put a few paints on the wall now. We're nearly halfway full. It's still holding up and it seems pretty sturdy still. Could be because of my glue. I do have a couple more paints I could put on actually. Just sorted on my side. But I think it will look really cool once it's full. And it's very handy. I can just turn my chair around, pull the paint pot off, crack on. So yeah, it looks really cool. And pretty cheap, 37 I think it was for 4 of them, and that'll do 80 paints, so it'll last me a while until I fill it. As you can see, we filled it about halfway. Still seems pretty stable, still pretty cool. They're not falling out or anything. I can easily just grab a paint, crack on. All I have to do is turn my chair around and grab one, so that's quite cool. As I said before, they are a little bit loose, and I guess they could fall out if I knocked it maybe. But I doubt I would. I'm not going to really shake the whole house and knock all the paints out. The only thing that's a little bit annoying is the little like latches on one side of the paint, with the opening latches. Sometimes they knock into each other, so you've got to just turn them and make sure they're not hitting each other. Other than that, pretty solid purchase I think. And my box of paints is considerably emptier. I still have a few like Vallejo ones and stuff, but I've got this other wood device I can put them on to clean them up, and then there's just some other bits and bobs which I can find for storage, and then I can get rid of this box. So I'm quite happy with it. It looks quite cool. It's very handy. Yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think?